my cuties and my beauties, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a brand new video. Wishing absolutely every single one of you a happy new year, and yeah, thank you so much for tuning into this video. So my name is Upopo Ngama. I'm a mommy, a wifey, and all things positivity. So if you're into that kind of content, then hit subscribe, and thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed thus far. This video today is an exciting one. Like, I have been wanting to share my kitchen with you guys for the longest time, so it's not a complete kitchen tour as yet, because there are still bits and pieces that I still need to fill in and I still need to furnish my kitchen with. But for the most part, I'd say it's about 80% done. So I thought, let me share it with you guys right now while it's still at 80% completion, and then we'll probably do a whole another completion video once everything is done and complete. I started this building journey 2 years ago with my husband, and we've been wanting to share it online for the longest time, and we really couldn't. And I think I spoke about it in my life update, about why we really just didn't share a lot of footage until everything was complete. Just a lot was going on in life, but yes, I'm finally able to share this video with you guys, and it just makes me so happy because this kitchen is my heart. Like, it's the first kitchen I've ever kind of put together with things that I love. I intentionally went for a palette that I'm in love with, which is basically neutrals and a little bit of black here and there. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this one, and yeah, hit subscribe, like if you do like this video, and drop a comment down below. And yeah, hopefully as we complete the other rooms as well, I'll be able to do other room tours as well. So when I initially knew that, you know, we're about to start building a house, I had these pendant lights in my mind that I absolutely love, and these are the ones behind me here. And I loved them 2 years ago, and I bought them 2 years ago, and I held on to them for many reasons. Firstly, I obviously love the style, and I definitely wanted something black in I wanted little black accents in my kitchen, and I love the shape. Like, I think I'm just like a cone person. Like, I think cone, curves, circles, like that's more my thing. But when I bought these pendant lights, it was about 2 years ago, and I had just started Googling and kind of doing my research on, you know, the different pendant lights that are available and stuff like that. And when I found them, they were so affordable as well, because remember, we were on a budget, a really strict budget when building this house. But when I first found these pendant lights, they were, oh my goodness, they were just so beautiful in my eyes. And I love the fact that they had like a matte black finish, and then you know, some underplated gold. I love the fact that they were aluminium, so that basically means that they won't rust. Where we live, obviously in Durban, you guys know that the humidity here is quite hectic, so rust is quite prone on a lot of metal objects. So them being aluminium meant that they'd be rust free, which was really good for me, because I am planning on keeping them for at least 2 more years just to proper enjoy them. And then if 2 years from now I feel like changing them out, then it's really easy to as well. Obviously just gotta get a good electrician to swap them out for me, and then that's that. When I look at them, I feel such a sense of youth that I had back in myself, you know. And I know I'm still young, I'm only 24, turning 25 this year, but it is beautiful to look at them and then just look back at, you know, an older version of myself, because I feel like we're just constantly evolving. Anyway, so yeah, that's the pendant lights, and I thought we'd start right here on the island. There'll be some close-up videos, but wow, this island was actually just such a steal. I don't have a link below, but they do have a cell phone number, or if you want, then I'll drop the address for you. But I got this at a stone yard in Springfield, and it's like a really misty. I didn't want a strong vein at the time. By the way, all my countertops are quartz material, which, as you guys know, if you've been watching like those house interior videos like me, then you know that obviously I picked quartz for its durability, but the fact that I can also enjoy a nice vein in there. I didn't want to force myself into a category of wanting lax while knowing very well that I'm not in a budget where I can afford absolute lax. So I got something that speaks to me. I was very intentional about the island having this vein, and then also because it was my first kitchen, I didn't want it to look like a Pinterest photo, and by that I mean I didn't some things look amazing in pictures, right, and they look perfect and beautiful and they just make sense in a photo, but when you convert it into practicality, you know, it doesn't, it's either not flowing with your space, it's not flowing with your style, or it's just too much for your eyes. So I was really careful with that. So what I did was, on the exterior I did a plain vein, on the exterior I did a plain quartz. It's literally just white, and then I did the island in a statement quartz, which is this little mist. So that's my little statement. And then it also just, it blends so well with the island, with the pendant lights on my island, and also with my tap at the back, which we'll speak about a little later. And these pendant lights, got them from Takealot actually, so I'll definitely, they're always available from different distributors, so I'll definitely leave a link down below if I see that they are still available from a certain distributor. These ones exactly might not be available, but most of them honestly just look the same. So yeah, I will link that down. So continuing with my island also has some paneling at the bottom. I went for a really light wooden paneling. I'll link it down below, but I got this one from Smart Industries. They're based in Cape Town, but they delivered here for I think 150 rand. So they delivered with a glue, I think it's called Daredevil, and they gave us really nice instructions on how to install it. It's pretty easy even if you were to be installing it yourself, but obviously I didn't opt for that option. Luckily I had Nelson who did my kitchen, and so he installed it for me. And yeah, he's been such a sweet person as well, coming back in stage by stage to finish my kitchen. So shout out to Nelson. I'll also leave his number down below. He works a lot on like lots of kitchens basically in the Durban North area and stuff. And yeah, Nelson and I actually built such a nice worker friendly relationship, because I met him 2 years ago again when this house was still in foundation stage really, and then I brought him in again once to do measurements when the house was still just brickwork, and to watch it eventually come here, he's also there, like he was telling his partner that helps him, you know, that he saw this house before there was even a roof, you know. So yeah, it's so beautiful to grow with people. I think I'm that person. I just want to build worker-friendly relationships with people who are reliable in their services, and just keep using the same people, you know, just keep growing your dependability list. So yeah, he installed these for me and he did a really good job, but you can also install them yourself as well if you have a Stanley knife. I don't know what that is, but apparently it works. So moving on to my backsplash, guys. I found this tile also 2 years ago. You can tell 2 years ago I was excited that we're building a house. Okay, so I couldn't wait for the stage where we actually got to my kitchen. I just started collecting things that I felt like were my favorite things. And it's funny, the look of this kitchen has changed 10 million times, but what has never changed are these pendant lights and my beautiful backsplash that I'm absolutely obsessed with. I got this tile from Ital Tile. It's a 800 by 1600 millimeter tile. I bought two. I think they're about 1,200 rand each if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, guys, when I got there, they were actually the last one. So remember, I wish listed it 2 years ago, but didn't buy it obviously until I was porcelain backsplash from a YouTuber by the name of, I'll check her name, but she has a beautiful kitchen that she did in all black, and she had a nice porcelain slab on her backsplash, and I was like, that's actually such a nice alternative and affordable choice, considering that I would have maybe needed to use the same quartz I have here to try and go up with the backsplash, which would have cost me way more, like double, triple more than what it cost for this backsplash. So I'm really grateful for it, and I love it so much, and I think it just fits into the space really well. Over there I have my kitchen, what do you call it? I've got my kitchen, I've got my little tea station, I've got some decor next to my stove, which is not set in stone yet. I'm still just moving around things that I have in the house, or just decorating with what I have. But whenever I feel like I need something, I write it down so that eventually when I do have a budget to quickly get it, or to just keep collecting bit by bit to transform my kitchen decoratively now, and then I'll know that I have my list and I can just keep checking off my list. Since we're right by the stove, let's get into my appliances. So I got my oven and my stove both from Hisense. It was a special. My stove, I got it for 3,000 Rand. It's a ceramic 4-plate stove, also from Hisense. And then I got my oven at the back there also for 3,000 Rand. Was it 3,000 Rand? Sorry, I got my stove for 2.5 and my oven for 3,000 Rand. They were running some special, and so I was able to get it for much less than what I had budgeted for, which felt amazing. I got it from different places though. The oven was from Macro, the stove was from House and Home. Yeah, but yeah, I was just online looking for sales. Like, that's literally what I was doing on an everyday basis for all the items that I knew that I could collect. And then we've got my sink. Literally, please, okay, I have wanted a Butler sink slash apron sink slash farmhouse sink for the longest time. What I did was I asked Nelson to install a piece of the quartz that's on the outskirts of my kitchen down on the sink area as well. He also did that recently, so that obviously, because there's always water dripping there, so I knew that I needed a drippage detail to catch my water and to protect the cabinetry below. So yeah, we ended up going with that. And then I love it so much, honestly. I got it for sale at CTM, guys. All these things, I was looking for sales like crazy, but I got her at CTM for 2,500 Rand. I got her at CTM for 2,500 Rand on sale, and she's 600 by 400, which is the perfect size. It's just my husband and I living here and our little kids, so we're not really overwhelmed with a massive amount of dishes per day. My husband is at work, comes home, you know, it's like that kind of thing. So it's a big amount of space, and I just wanted to be comfortable enough to put my big pots in if I need to scrub a big pasta pot, and really just be comfortable. What I will say though is that eventually I know I'm definitely going to need a compartment, because in my old kitchen we had that silver sink with two sinks. So if you can afford in your budget, if you're busy with your kitchen, to do the double sink, go for that. Because the adaptation between double sink to no sink, you know, it's annoying. It's annoying, especially, you know, when you have to rinse, you're like, oh, now I have to take these out and put them in, you know what I mean? And then my mat I got from Pep Home. It's just a dish mat, because I didn't want the silver giant thingy-mabobby, so I opted for this mat. And you put your dishes there, you dry your dishes. Once they dry, you put them away, you take your mat out, put in the washing machine, obviously if it's dirty, but if it's fine, you just take your mat out, you thingy-mabobby, drain her, and then you put her out to dry. And she's perfect, she looks aesthetic, and she's not like gigantic and just in your face, and she's not gonna rust. We have my two statement cabinetries at the back there. I haven't filled them or decorated them the way I want to yet, and there's no glass there. That's why I was telling you guys that this is very incomplete, guys, but it's about 80% complete. So I thought, let me show you guys, and then we'll do an update later on. My statement cabinets at the back there, wow. So eventually I do want a ripped glass to be installed there, and a fluted glass, sorry. I think they call both a ribbed glass or a fluted glass, but I want that installed at the back of my cabinetries, just to give it a nice classic look. I think with my kitchen and, you know, with designing this home with my husband, I've realized that I'm into a really classic with a bit of modern, you know, classic but done in a modern way type of vibe. So yeah, I definitely want a fluted glass on these. And then initially I thought I was going to do wooden drawers and then the white cabinetry fronts, but then I changed my mind once I decided to go for wooden doors for the pantry. Then I thought I'd just stick to white. The cabinetry I got from KZN Boards. I specifically asked them, guys, wow, by the way, cabinetry is expensive, and I didn't know that, guys. Like, maybe it might come as a shock to some of you how expensive it is. Like, I initially went in thinking that the pricey thing was going to be the stone. No, the pricey thing is the cabinetry. Like, from the boards to the actual cupboard doors, wow, like I just didn't expect it, you know. But you know, we had to take a hit, and initially I wanted a subtle shaker style detail. Basically ended up getting a flat profile because the budget between the 2mm shaker and the flat profile was just too much for us at the time. But I think if you are again going to do your kitchen and you do want like a shaker vibe, please just make sure you respect that budget. Do your quotes so that you can budget nicely. Don't be like me, don't rock up there thinking that you're fine, setting a budget years before thinking that yeah, it's gonna be fine. I was in for a surprise. But what I did was, instead of going for a standard flat shaker profile, I asked them to decrease the measurements of from the border to where the shaker profile does begin. So I've got a 2cm space there, and so it basically just gives it like a slim modern effect. And I'm so glad that I went for that instead of the standard shaker, which I think is about between 4 to 7 centimeters. So I was really glad that I went for that because it gives me the vibe that I wanted, just at a, you know, slightly lower price. So yeah, and then I went for a slightly off-white that matches my walls, because my walls were a timeless white, which we'll speak about a little bit later on. But yeah, I went for timeless white on deluxe, and I wanted my kitchen cabinetry to match that with a couple of wood details. So this wood isn't like wood. On my pantry doors, I went for a PG Bison board. It was on special at Builders, and I think I got both for about 900 Rand in total, and there was still some offcuts, and I ended up using that for my upstairs bathroom door. And yeah, guys, I love her. Like, I really love the vein. I love the shade of brown it is. It's brown, but it's really washed but still warm at the same time. So I got that, and then I installed these gold handles. My husband actually installed them for me, these gold handles and the door, and they were about, how much were they? I think they were about 120 Rand at Galma. All my handles are from Galma, by the way. I need wholesale handle places and aesthetic handle places, because once I show you how the handles look on my island, you will understand. I need different ones. I don't know if that makes sense, and I need more heavyweight ones, but I'm still happy with them, and it's easy to just swap them out as time goes by. I obviously went for gold on all of my cabinetry with my handles and my knobs. I did knobs on my drawers and handles on my cupboards. That's how I basically separated it. And then with my statement cabinetry at the back, I went for a half circle or semicircle profile with 2 knobs at the bottom, and then with the rest of my kitchen I just went for standard handles in gold, and then gold knobs. It was just knobs that they had available. But for the bigger drawers, I went for a double knob effect. I love it so much. If there's anything that I kept saving on my Pinterest board, was that double knob effect. I just love the way it looks, and so yeah, I definitely did that in a few of my bigger drawers. And then in my slimmer drawers, which are just, there's like one row of really slim drawers, I went for single knobs. Then oh, and then the smaller doors, I still did knobs on like the smaller doors. And whenever I felt like there was just a repetition of handles, I'd throw in a knob somewhere. Then on my actual island, I actually went for these ring pullouts. and honestly they're placeholders. I'm still deciding if I like them or not, but there wasn't much variety at Galma, so that's also why I'm looking for just a nice door, cabinet door wholesaler, so I can get something a bit different for the island, because I did want the island to just be knobs, but knobs that are gold but a little bit special. So these are my placeholders for now, and I'm okay with them, but as time goes by I think that I will be changing them up. I definitely want to do a decorating video with you guys. I want to obviously do some pantry organization. I want to decorate my cabinetries at the back. I want to organize my storage really nicely, and I want to do that with you guys, so I definitely will be doing that in the future. I just haven't gotten around to it. It's honestly still January. The kids are visiting their grandmom's house, and so my husband and I are just taking this time to rest, and I thought, let me film a quick video without a noisy baby in the background so that I can just get this through and post it. Yeah, so guys, I'm really excited about my kitchen so far. I feel so blessed more than anything, because wow guys, for someone who was on a budget, I feel like I got a lot of the things that I wanted, or I made a plan to get something similar to the things that I wanted, and I think that that's the best thing that I could have done. I'm so grateful for this kitchen. I love it so much. I think I'm gonna love it for years, and I think that everything that I can change about a little bit later on, it's things that are really easy to swap out, you know, if my style changes along the years, etc. But I feel so blessed to have this kitchen. I love it so much. I've been enjoying it. I was cooking Christmas lunch for everyone, and so I just said, let me do it, because I knew I just wanted to feel, you know, I just wanted to feel within my kitchen. I haven't had a moment, like I've been cooking for months, but I haven't had like a, you know, just watching my stove go, watching my oven go, just proper holiday, just so yeah, I feel really good about that. And yeah guys, thank you so much for tuning into this video. If you want content similar to this, if you want me to do something similar for my bathrooms or my living room, then let me know and I will be glad to film another video like that. But thank you so much for watching, my beauties and my cuties. Please do tune in for the next video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and yeah guys, stay true to yourselves, stay beautiful, and yeah, never lose love in yourselves guys. See you later. Mwah.